A lot of my inspiration comes from looking at abstract expressionism in the 1950s and 1960s. The artist studio I decided to make was based on my research about Jackson Pollock because I love his paintings and I wanted to incorporate the importance and the symbolism of his paint cans and his massive brushes and the paint splattered all over the studio. I rolled out the clay and I made the floorboards and then I incised the lines in the floor and I put oxides on and then I covered more coloured splatters on it. That was the starting point. I paint onto clay like I would on canvas. The movements of my body and my hands dictate what colours I'm going to use. Once this whole series of sheets had been coloured in clay, I let it to dry and then I cut out the shapes and the windows and the doors. The lime green was really important, and I always work in layers, so the surface decoration is very much about the layering, and I will go over something when it's fired, I'll use more oxides, I'll add more intensity of colour. I wanted one side to look completely like a Jackson Pollock painting, and then the other side, where the monoprinting is, it's based on drawings that I'd done of these photographs taken of barns in West Germany in the 1950s. The brushes were at least 2 firings. Everything I fired to get to exactly how I want it. The main sculpture was fired twice. Over time I added 2 more large paint cans and then I added another brush which I glued on with epoxy resin. I use all sorts of materials. It's not just pure clay and pure glazes. I like to mix my medias. But it really is my own studio, it's my own space. It's a metaphor for a self that's inhabited and a life devoted to creativity. What was going on in my mind was how to cope with some of the emotions during lockdown and that feeling of being isolated and not being able to go out. And so I just focused all my energy in making this like a shrine. It's a place that holds huge significance because my life would not be my life without my studios.